I was thinking about you today. Once I pass this test and get into this pre-med program, it will be clearer than ever how different you and I are. Honestly, I was seriously mad when I found out my dad was marrying a loser high school dropout like you. Ever since the day I first met you, I could tell that you and I were just not at all in the same league. And now I can finally say that you do not deserve to be in the same family, the same house, or even the same country as me and my dad. Get out of our house right now.
Oh, today was your big test, wasn't it? You seem like you're in as good of a mood as you ever are. Can I take that to mean that you're confident about how well you performed?
You got that right. I finished that stupid test faster than any of the other morons in the room. It was way easier than I thought it would be. Like, I was even kind of disappointed. But not even half as disappointed as I am that my dad married you. I've been waiting for the day when I could finally tell you exactly how I feel about you. And now that day has come. A low IQ loser like you has no right to marry my dad or call yourself my mom.
I've been doing plenty of waiting myself, Luna. I've been waiting for the day when you would finally calm down and accept that your dad and I wanted to be together. But now I'm afraid that day may never come.
Are you kidding? Of course it's never going to come. I have never for 1 second thought of you as anything other than a free maid service. God knows my dad isn't going to do any of the housework. And since I was busy studying for my test, I haven't had any free time at all lately either. And with you around, the house stayed clean, so I kept my mouth shut. But guess what? I just finished taking my test, so I'll have a ton of free time to wash the dishes or whatever. So I'm happy to announce that we don't need you anymore. I can take care of myself just fine.
Wow, Luna, I had no idea you felt so strongly about me. I mean, you've always been pretty short with me, and the way you spoke to me always gave me the idea that you weren't too fond of me. But to say I was nothing more than a free maid service for you? I know I'm not perfect, but I'll have you know that I was doing my best to support you. I was hoping that one day you might even start calling me Mom.
Oh my God, no! Don't hold your breath for that. You want to be my mom? Tell you what, how about you go and get admitted into a college as prestigious as the one I'm about to go to? If you can do that, then I'll call you whatever you want.
I see you're still held up on the idea of having a college education. I can assure you that there are many more important things in life than educational attainment. I really hope that you can come to understand that. If you can learn to focus on the most important things, then you're far more likely to live the best life possible.
Huh? What are you rambling on about? I already know how to live my best life possible. I literally have a 5-year plan. And everything is going just how I wanted it to go. Really, the only super important step in the plan was passing this test and getting admitted to the pre-med program. And now that I've done that, the rest is going to be super easy.
Well, I'm glad you have a plan for your life. I'm also glad to see that you've chosen a wonderful path in life. Being a doctor is an incredibly important and rewarding profession. You'll have the ability to help people who are in need. You could even save a person's life. Wouldn't that be incredible?
What are you talking about? You think that's why I wanted to get into this pre-med program?
You mean it's not?
No, you idiot. Get real. You think I want to spend all my time around sick people? Yuck. What if one of them coughs or bleeds all over me? That could get me sick, and I'll take a hard pass on that.
I'm not sure what you mean, Luna. You're saying that you aren't going to become a doctor to help people in need?
No. What's with you, Carly? What do you think I am, some kind of saint? I don't care about a bunch of coughing, bleeding, puking, screaming, crying, sick and injured people. There is only one thing in this world that I care about. Me. All I want out of college is to get married to an elite guy who's going to go on to become rich and influential. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life working like some kind of corporate drone. Even if I did want to work, it definitely wouldn't be with sick people. No, I just want to marry a rich man. He'll give me all the money I want to buy clothes and shoes. He'll take me on expensive trips to exotic locations all around the world. That's my dream.
I see. Well, that's quite the dream you have, Luna. I don't know how good of an idea it's going to be, considering how expensive the pre-med program you're applying to is.
It's just like any other investment. Some people invest in stocks, some people invest in real estate, and some people invest in cryptocurrency. I'm going to invest in something that'll have a way better payoff. All I need to do is pretty myself up every class, find the guy who looks the most promising, and use my feminine charm on him. Then we'll get married and he'll pay off whatever debt I build up while in school and have tons of money left over. That's the kind of life my dad would want me to have. He wouldn't want me wasting away the best years of my life studying, working, slaving away just to bring home an average income.
So that's the plan you talked about earlier? You're just going to marry a guy and have him take care of you?
I can't believe you actually thought I wanted to work. You're such a moron. Your problem is that you're thinking like a low IQ high school dropout. You and I aren't even close to being on the same level, and don't you forget that. Now, for the last time, divorce my dad and get out of our house and our lives. We don't need you now, and we never will. So pack up your stuff and be gone by tomorrow morning. Actually, you know what? Don't pack up your stuff. I'll just throw it all down to the curb for you. So you can just go straight from your office to some homeless shelter or something, because you are never setting foot in this house again.
Luna, I feel like I should warn you that you are making a tremendous mistake. Are you sure you want to do this? Once you kick me out of your life, there is no way you'll ever be able to bring me back in.
Oh, I am 100% sure. And my dad will be happier this way too. Like, why would he even want to stay with a dumb old woman like you? With you out of the way, he can date younger and prettier women.
Okay then, Luna. Have it your way.
Hello there, Carly. How are things? Have you recovered from the shock of me getting you kicked out of the house? Have you adjusted to the harsh realities of being homeless?
Wow, I didn't expect to hear from you, Luna. I was under the impression that you never wanted to speak to me again. Why are you texting me even after your big plan to kick me out succeeded?
Aw, are you sad that I ruined your life? Are you gonna cry now?
I'm actually quite busy at the moment, Luna. If you have something to say to me, I'd appreciate if you could make it quick.
Oh, yeah, you are definitely crying right now. Anyway, would you like to know what I just found out? I passed the entrance exam for the pre-med program. Dad was so happy for me when I told him. He just about started crying. And you know what that means? Now it's official. I am going to live a way different life than you. Like, it's going to be so different, you wouldn't even be able to comprehend it.
Wow, that's excellent. I'm glad you're one step closer to making your dream come true, Luna. I do have one question for you, though. This isn't any of my concern anymore, but I am curious. How are you planning on paying for your tuition? Is your dad going to be able to help you out with that?
What kind of question is that? Yeah, he's going to help me. He's going to pay for the whole thing.
Is that so? Well, if that's the case, then that's great news.
Oh no, don't tell me. Did you ask me that expecting that I wouldn't have a plan for paying my tuition? Like you thought I would overlook such an important detail? Oh my God, you are pathetic. Sorry, Carly, but unlike you, I actually have a functioning brain. You're so lame, seriously.
I was only asking out of curiosity. You say you're fine, so that answers my question. Anyway, since we're not family anymore, I would appreciate it if you could stop sending me messages like this.
This is hilarious. You're so jealous that I'm going to have a way better life than you. I'm glad I texted you, Carly. I needed a good laugh after doing nothing but studying all day for the last year while preparing for the admissions test. Anyway, I'll let you go. I wouldn't want you to lose your spot in line at the soup kitchen. Bye-bye, Carly. I look forward to seeing your obituary.
Bye, Luna. I hope things go as well for you as you hope.
Yo, Carly, what's up, babe? Everything good? I was wondering, you want to go out on a date or something one of these days? I miss my girl.
I'd love that. I miss seeing you every day, too. By the way, how has Luna been since we divorced?
That kid? Well, considering I divorced you for her and had to go back to living on my own, I'm not really interested in doing anything else for her. Like, I barely even respond to her texts anymore. I had a kid at the cafe I stopped at the other day teach me how to disable notifications for her number.
You know what, Kent? You are one interesting guy. You have this odd combination of being willing to make massive sacrifices for your daughter and then not giving her the time of day.
Yeah, I mean, what else could I do? I knew from the very start that she would be against me getting remarried. I thought that once she got used to it, she'd chill out and stop being such a buzzkill, but boy, was I wrong. And I was never really all that big into the whole institution of marriage anyway. If me divorcing you means she's satisfied, I'm satisfied, and you're satisfied, then everybody's happy, right?
Yeah, I suppose it's working out well enough for all of us so far. But are you sure you're okay with going no contact with your own daughter?
Man, that girl never gave me the respect she should have. Like, you should have heard the way she was talking when talking me into divorcing you. She was all like, think about it, Dad, you'll be free to date younger and prettier women. I mean, it's like she doesn't even know me. There's only one lovebird who can tame this free spirit, and that's you, Carly.
We really were made for each other, weren't we? That's why I had no issue agreeing to have a nice and clean divorce with you just like she wanted. I know our relationship is stronger than any piece of paper.
And we're still seeing each other at least once a week. So yeah, if that's what she thinks of me, then I'll say that this is me fulfilling the last of my duties to her as her father. She's already 18 and she'll be going to college soon, so she can support herself from now on. Divorcing you was the last request that I'll ever take from her.
I'm just kind of surprised that you're so easygoing about this. Even you, easily the most easygoing man I've ever met. I mean, I'm on the same page as you and was never all that caught up in the idea of a legal marriage. Plus, right from the start, I wasn't concerned at all with what Luna thought of us being together, but you're still her father. I guess it's hard for me to believe you'd be okay with cutting her off like that.
Well, I mean, think about it. I never had things as good as they were when I was living with you. Being around you all the time was really fun, and I gave up all of that for her. If that's not enough to satisfy her, then she's just being way too greedy.
All right, if you say so. So what are your plans for what you'll do here on out?
Well, I terminated my lease, so the next thing I'm gonna do is look for a plot of land out in the woods somewhere. I'm finally gonna make my dream come true. I'm gonna live off the land, grow my own food, and be self-sufficient. Since I'm not living with you anymore, that means I'm free to live wherever and do whatever I want, right?
That's so like you, Kent. And yeah, you're right, living with me must have been a bit cramped for you. We had to live somewhere that was within a reasonable commute of my office.
Right? I was like an animal trapped in a cage. A nice cage, mind you, but a cage nonetheless. Plus, you know that I've never been what you'd call a high-income individual, right? I basically just work whatever job sounds the most interesting to me any given week. Which, while exciting, isn't exactly the most stable lifestyle for supporting a daughter. Her whole divorce her daddy thing actually came at a pretty good time when I think about it. She'll be leaving home, so that means I'm free of any responsibilities to her. I've got nothing to tie me down anymore.
Yeah, about that. I just heard she passed the test and got accepted into that pre-med program. You must be happy, but What are you going to do about that?
Oh yeah, the test thing. You were probably way happier than me to hear about that. You always wanted to do something to help out sick people. It's a real bummer that you never got to become a doctor yourself like you wanted. But you do a lot to help out others in any way that you can. And now my girl Luna is gonna help you make your dream come true for real. Isn't that great?
Yeah, sure, Kent. Real great. But what is she going to do about her tuition?
Her tuition? I don't know. I always assumed she would have figured out something for herself by now. I guess if we hadn't divorced, then you would have footed the whole bill for her yourself. But that possibility is flown out the window now. So if she was willing to kick out the person who was going to pay for her tuition, that must mean she has some kind of plan in mind. Like, I don't know, getting a part-time job while studying or something? I was never really concerned about that, seeing as though she's not my problem once she turns 18.
She actually does have a plan. It seems like she's expecting that you'll pay it for her.
Wait, what? She wants me to pay for her tuition? No siree, not a chance. Not gonna happen. I already told her that I couldn't pay for it. I was really clear to her that once she graduates high school, she's gonna have to take care of herself. Although, I don't know, she was staring pretty intently at her phone while I was talking to her. Maybe she didn't hear me? But in any case, it's not my problem. Besides, she should know better than anyone else that I don't have the kind of money to pay for tuition at a prestigious pre-med program like that.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, that clears up a lot. I was confused when she was telling me that earlier, but now I guess she was just under the wrong impression. Oh well, I'm certainly not going to pay for her tuition anymore, so she'll just have to work something out herself, like you say. I've told her as much myself.
You really think she would come to you for help in the first place, though? Like, that girl has never thought of you as a family member. The way she talks about you when you're not around, yikes! After all that, I really don't think she's gonna come crawling on her hands and knees to beg you for money.
Well, I certainly hope she won't. Anyway, I'm glad you and I are on the same page about how to deal with her. That means I have nothing to worry about.
So yeah, about that date, when are you free?
I'll check my schedule and get back to you. Do you think you can fit me into your busy schedule?
Let's see. I'm gonna go fishing this afternoon. Probably take a hike through the woods tomorrow. I'm swamped, but I can pencil you in somewhere.
Hey, what gives? I just talked to my dad, and he said he is not gonna pay my tuition.
How did you pass that pre-med test if you can't even read basic English? I told you not to contact me anymore.
Yeah, well, circumstances have changed. My dad was thrilled that I passed that test. He said he was proud of me. Why would he go all crazy like that if he wasn't going to pay for my tuition?
Well, if I had to wager a guess, I'd say he was happy for you because you passed the test. Passing tests is a good thing, right? I don't see what the source of your confusion is. But just because he's happy for you doesn't mean he's going to pay for your tuition.
If he wasn't going to pay, he should have said so sooner. Like, come to me, look me in the eyes, and say it explicitly, I'm not gonna pay for your tuition. And you knew about this too, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me? You suck, Carly. Everything sucks. I had no idea my dad didn't make enough money to pay for my tuition.
Really? That seems like the sort of thing you should be able to tell at your age. But in any case, you should have known because he did tell you. He said he wasn't going to support you after you graduated high school, right?
Maybe he said something to that effect.
Yeah, and college is after high school, right? That means he's not going to support you in college. That is, he won't pay your tuition. Even if he wanted to, he doesn't have that kind of money. When he was talking to me, he was under the impression you would get a job and pay for everything yourself.
He never told me that, though.
Again, yes, he did, but that's not my problem. This is an issue between you and your dad. Leave me out of it. You're a big girl now. Go and take care of your own problems.
I'm not done with you yet. He told me about you, too. He said you were way happier than he was about me getting into that pre-med program. It was just like you said the other day. You thought I was going to become a doctor and help sick people.
Yes, and? Are we really going to rehash that conversation?
I'm getting to the point. Give me a second, will you? After he talked about that, he started laughing, like harder than he's ever laughed before. I asked him what was so funny, and he told me that you were planning on paying for my tuition. And since I made him divorce you, that offer is now off the table. Is that true?
Yep, all of it. I wanted to become a doctor when I was younger, but I dropped out of high school. On top of that, my family wasn't wealthy at all, so there was no way we would have been able to afford it anyway. That's why I was so happy when you started talking about going to med school and why I wanted to support you in any way I could. Because in spite of how much you hated me, I was still moved by the thought that you could help make my dream come true.
So he was telling the truth. But how were you going to pay for it? You don't have any money.
I'm only telling you this now because I'm no longer your stepmother, but looks can be deceiving. I run my own company and I haven't looked in a while, but I believe my net assets are somewhere around $3 million.
What?
So yeah, I was more than willing and able to pay for your tuition, but alas, you insisted that your father and I get divorced. But not only that, you took the liberty of throwing away all my things before I could get back to the house and collect them. Combine that with all the insults you've been flinging in my direction lately, and I've changed my mind.
I don't believe it. You were really going to do that for me?
That's right. I knew your dad wouldn't be able to, so I thought I would help you out in his place. But not anymore. No, I think I'm going to donate what I would have paid for your tuition to a charitable organization. There's one I've worked with in the past that helps sick children.
You're serious, aren't you? If I hadn't gone and pushed my dad to divorce you, you would have paid for me to go to med school?
How many times are you going to ask me that question?
I'm in shock, okay?
I was in shock too at how viciously opposed you were to me marrying your father. Even before that, you hated the thought of us even having a good relationship. I remember whenever I hugged your father goodnight, you would immediately start throwing a fit.
And in spite of all that, you were still gonna pay? But, why? What is it with you and me becoming a doctor? Is it really just because you wanted to become one but couldn't?
There's a bit more to the story, actually. Back when I was in middle school, my little sister contracted a rare illness. There was treatment available, but it was experimental, incredibly expensive, and not covered by insurance. My parents couldn't afford it and couldn't find any organizations willing to help them out. So my sister didn't make it. My mom felt so guilty that she wasn't able to save her daughter's life that she fell into a deep depression. It was all too much for my father to deal with, so he abandoned us. That's why I dropped out of high school, because I had to work to support my mother and myself. My dream of becoming a doctor was gone before it even had a chance to begin.
Wow. That's crazy. So you didn't drop out of high school because you were too dumb to graduate?
In fairness, I never thought of myself as being naturally gifted or anything. I do, however, have an above-average work ethic. I used the money left over after paying the bills to study about running a business, and after a while I started my own. It grew and grew to the point that now I've amassed something of a small fortune for myself, and now I intend to use that money to help people who are sick and suffering. I can't be a doctor myself, and I'm too late to save my sister. But there are still things I can do to save lives and to see to it that no family goes through what mine did ever again.
Well, if that's the case, then I have great news for you. There just so happens to be an aspiring pre-med student who needs help paying for her tuition.
And who might that be?
Me! I thought that was obvious. If you help me go to college, then I'll go on to help sick kids just like your sister in the future. That's what you want, right? Don't worry, Carly. I swear to you, I will make your dream come true.
You're a little too late to play Little Miss Altruism, Luna. You already spilled the beans to me, remember? You told me that all you wanted to do was marry a rich man. You don't want to help sick children. All you want is expensive clothes, shoes, and luxurious vacations. You said so yourself.
But that was before. Hearing your story has changed my heart. It's a miracle. I can't wait to get right into the hospital and start operating on all the sick kids I can get my hands on.
That's pretty creepy, actually, and also not going to work on me. I've learned a lot of lessons in my time, and one of them is that people never truly change. Do you have any idea how much trouble you caused for your dad? He's come to me so many times over the course of our relationship to apologize for your behavior. And now he even divorced me just to please you. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back. He loves you as your father, but he's also fed up with your awful attitude. He wanted me to tell you that divorcing me was his parting gift to you and that I am no longer under any obligation to help you pay for college.
Wait, what? You mean my dad knew you were going to pay for my tuition and divorced you anyway?
That's right, Luna. You have now successfully alienated the only two people in this world who would have lifted a finger to help you.
This can't be happening. This is going to ruin everything. Tell me, Carly, what do I have to do to get you to help me? Do you want me to apologize? I'll apologize to both you and my dad.
I don't need to hear any meaningless apologies from you. You have your 5-year plan, don't you? You'll just have to make it work yourself.
How, though?
How about the same way I did? Get a job. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that you were right about one thing. You are indeed going to live a way different life than me, and not in a good way. Luna did her very best to try and convince me to recommit to supporting her college education. I have no money to spend on some bratty teenager who's not my daughter or even stepdaughter. I kept refusing until eventually Luna realized she was out of luck and simply gave up. Not just on getting money from me, but on going to college altogether. There was no way she would be able to get the kind of money she needed by the start of the fall semester. So instead of spending her days in the classroom, she's spending them waiting tables at a local restaurant. After all the time I spent with her, though, I can honestly say that while she is a bit presumptuous, she's not a stupid girl by any means. I'm sure she'll find some way to make things work in the end. As for me, I decided that I would use my money to start up my own charitable organization. It's specifically geared for financially supporting the parents of sick children who need help paying for necessary medical treatment. I'm also starting a scholarship for people planning to go into pediatric medicine. And if Luna has a genuine change of heart, she's still more than welcome to apply.
Chloe, what on earth are you doing?
What's wrong, Susan?
I can't believe you do that with my grandson.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
You are pregnant, yet you still dare to eat junk food? Don't you worry about your son. What if something happens to him?
What? We are having dinner at a restaurant, not junk food. Besides, this restaurant is also very famous for its fresh and clean food. What could possibly happen? You're overthinking.
Why aren't you being more careful? If you don't prioritize the baby's safety, I'll have to worry about my grandchild. You're cold-blooded.
How can you say that? I'm certainly concerned about my baby. Don't worry about that too much.
Why can't I worry? You're pregnant and you're still going out like this? What if you have an accident or consume something random that affects my grandchild? If something happens to my grandson, I'll make you guys regret that.
Susan, you're worrying excessively. Eric is coming with me. He will take care of me.
This heartless Eric! Why did he let his pregnant wife go out?
What's wrong if I go out, Susan? I'm still very careful. I just went out for dinner and sightseeing. I didn't do anything heavy. Eric took very good care of me too. Susan, don't worry, okay?
You dare go out when you're pregnant. I can't help but worry about my grandchild. When you're pregnant, you should stay at home and don't go anywhere. If anything happens to your body or your health, I will lose my grandson. I can't have that happen. Many things can happen without you knowing.
Oh my God, Susan! Today is our wedding anniversary. We just went out for dinner to celebrate. I need to change my mood. Being pregnant makes me so tired and I need to relieve my mood. Do you understand it?
Relieve the mood, not put my grandchild in a dangerous situation.
Please, listen, Susan. We finished dinner and nothing happened. During the meal, I also ate a nutritious diet according to the doctor's advice. I only sit and resting, not moving around much. My husband will take the food for me, and I only eat things that are good for the baby.
Who knows what you ate? You could have eaten junk and hidden it from me.
How could you think like that? Do you think I lied to you?
I didn't see you eat directly, so I can't be sure if it's healthy food or not.
So no matter what I say, you won't believe it. We're going to go sightseeing. I can't talk with you anymore.
How dare you say that to your mother-in-law? Sightseeing? I can't believe it. After what I said, you're still not going home? Then when do you plan to get back home?
After going sightseeing for a while, we will return. We'll return around 12 o'clock. Don't wait for us.
You're coming back home at 12 o'clock at night? You're pregnant and you're coming home so late? It will affect the fetus. Go home immediately.
Susan, don't be so unreasonable. Today is our wedding anniversary. It's okay if you go out for a bit.
Go home immediately. Are you defying me?
I didn't mean that. But you can't force me to do what you just want because you're worried about your grandchild. I need to be comfortable for the baby to be healthy.
Are you still arguing with me? You want to relax and you're putting my grandson in danger? You are unprincipled. If you don't take care of it, just give it birth so I'll take care of it and then you can do whatever you want. However, you're pregnant now, so you have to be very careful and listen to me absolutely. Stop arguing with me and go home immediately.
I'm still being careful. Why can't you believe me?
I can't believe you guys. Stop arguing with me and go home immediately.
Okay, fine. We're going home.
You should have done that sooner. Hurry up. Chloe, I've bought a lot of good stuff for you.
Thank you, Susan. What did you get?
I got powdered milk for pregnant women, some supplies, frankincense, and some items for newborns.
Agarwood? For pregnant women?
Yes, I heard that agarwood helps relieve stress, headaches, and dizziness, all symptoms of pregnant women. I think it will be better for my grandchild if you relax and feel comfortable.
Okay. Susan?
I received a bottle of this medicine from a divine physician who advised that consuming this medicinal water can be beneficial for both the pregnant mother and the child in her womb.
Where did you get this divine physician?
A friend of mine told me about him.
I'm not sure about this medicine, Susan. What if it's a scam? Maybe we should consult a doctor first.
What do you mean? My friend said that she bought this medicine for her daughter-in-law, and it led to a healthy delivery, so you can rest assured and take it.
Really? Have you met that daughter-in-law? How is she now?
Are you suspecting me of buying fake medicine to harm you? That's my nephew, so of course I wouldn't do anything to harm him.
It's not what you think. I'm just worried about my baby. Medicines without labels or manufacturing locations can be very dangerous. It's very possible that you were scammed.
You worry too much. Do you think that I'm that easy to fool? This is a real person testifying, so what are you worried about?
Have you met the girl who took this medicine? Her children too?
I haven't met her yet, but the story she told me is very believable. I believe she didn't lie to me.
You're trusting blindly, Susan. You can't just buy medicine from an unknown source because your friend told you to and expect me to take it. It's very dangerous for your grandchild. Aren't you worried?
Of course I'm worried. If you're concerned about not taking it, then take some supplements I bought from the doctor.
I still have some of the supplements you bought last time and haven't finished them yet. You bought 4 or 5 times of supplements and now you're buying more?
The more the better. Just take them all at once. You don't have to worry about gaining weight.
That's also a concern, but taking too much medicine isn't always good. It can have many other side effects.
What harm can supplements do? They provide necessary nutrients for the body. It won't affect anything. Maybe you'll gain a little weight, but you should worry more about the baby's health than your weight. You're married, and now you're pregnant. Why are you so concerned about your appearance?
Susan, what are you talking about? I don't care about my weight that much. I'm worried about my child. I'm concerned that taking too many supplements will harm the fetus. Too much of a good thing can be harmful.
Okay, if you don't want me to help or interfere in taking care of and raising your children, just say so. You've rejected everything I've suggested, and you don't agree. You're calling me superficial. I want to do what's best for you and your child, but it seems unnecessary. You don't need my help, right?
I never said you were superficial. I didn't mean that. I really appreciate you looking out for my child. However, pregnancy is a very sensitive time, so we should be cautious when it comes to buying medicine and supplements for pregnant women. I just want us to be careful and make informed decisions about what we consume during pregnancy.
Huh? It's the same thing. You're just afraid of everything because you don't know anything. Just take the supplements. It won't harm you. Have I ever done anything to harm you?
Okay, I'll listen to you.
You should be. Remember to use agar wood.
I know. I'll light it up.
When your husband gets off work, tell him to come over to my house to pick it up.
Yes, Susan, I'll let him know.
How was the prenatal checkup? Did the doctor mention when you might give birth?
The doctor said it's impossible to predict precisely. It could be 3 weeks later or sooner.
3 weeks later? That would be around the end of August or early September. Try to aim for a September 1st birth date.
Huh? Why September 1st?
Well, I consulted a fortune teller, and they said that to have a boy, the child must be born in September. If the baby is born on the first day of the month, they'll be successful in the future. So try to have the baby on September 1st. No, you must give birth on September 1st.
What? Do you realize what you're saying? How can I control the day I give birth?
You act like it's impossible. Just try to hold on until September 1st and give birth then.
Susan, what kind of nonsense is this? Please don't be superstitious anymore. Why would you trust fortune tellers? Most of them are just scams.
Nonsense! I got my fortune told at a very reputable place. This fortune teller is very famous and known by many people. He's famous because he can predict the future.
Did you believe him just because you heard rumors?
Not at all. I've seen it with my own eyes. He predicted that I wouldn't find my wallet, and it turned out I couldn't find it. It's like he had a special power.
That could be coincidental. Maybe you misplaced your wallet or it got lost or stolen. Have you checked your home yet?
Even so, he was right about me not finding my wallet.
Because you haven't gone home to look for it.
Not only that, there's more. He predicted an event for me, and it actually happened.
Oh, what was the prediction?
He said that 2 minutes later, a black cat would run past me, and a boy chasing the cat would bump into me. He told me to take 3 steps to the left to avoid the collision, but I didn't believe him. And guess what?
The black cat ran past. The boy chased the cat, and he bumped into you.
Exactly! So he can genuinely predict the future.
I'm not entirely convinced, Susan. It still sounds like a scam to me. You shouldn't trust these people so easily.
I'm not gullible. It's just that his predictions seemed so accurate that I couldn't help but believe him. Anyway, just aim for a September 1st birth date for the baby's sake. Typically, you should aim for the first day of the month. Giving birth on that day is believed to result in a boy.
Regardless of whether it's a boy or a girl, it's okay, Susan. They're all your grandchildren.
But boys can achieve great things.
Susan, that's a bit of a biased viewpoint. Girls can also achieve great things. The gender of the child doesn't matter. What's essential is how we raise them.
Well, I understand that, but try for a September 1st birth date. Don't give birth too early.
I can't control it. When the baby is ready to come out, they'll come out.
Just try to hold on until that day. Trust me, I only want what's best for you and your children.
I can't make any promises, Susan.
Keep my words in mind. I only have your best interests at heart. Now, I'll be heading home. Goodbye, Chloe.
Goodbye, Susan.
How's the baby?
The fever just subsided. She was sweating a lot and was very tired.
Fortunately, the fever has gone down. Have you given the baby any medicine yet?
I gave her fever-reducing medicine and cleaned her up. She's currently asleep.
My poor grandchild. If only you had been born on the first, maybe the baby wouldn't have had this fever.
Susan, why do you keep bringing up the day I gave birth?
I'm just saying, it didn't happen. You insisted on being born one day earlier. I told you to aim for the first, but you refused. Being born on the last day of the month isn't ideal at all. Maybe that's why the baby has a fever.
Isn't it because of you?
What did I do?
On the day that I gave birth, all because of your blind superstition. Both the baby and I were put at risk. Have you forgotten? You blocked the door to prevent me from entering the delivery room. You insisted on waiting for another 2 hours until the first day. By that time, my water had broken for 20 hours and labor pains had already started. Thankfully, I was rushed into the delivery room in the nick of time. The doctor said any later we might have lost the baby. Are you trying to harm both me and the baby?
I didn't mean that. Don't say such things. You just needed to hold on for another hour and a half, and the first day would have arrived. Then, maybe the baby wouldn't be sick.
It's pointless to reason with you. The baby's fever is spiking again, and I have to take her to the hospital.
Absolutely not. Don't take her to the hospital.
Are you out of your mind? Why shouldn't I take her to the hospital? The baby has a very high fever and needs urgent treatment.
I forbid you to take the baby to the hospital. They'll just inject a bunch of drugs and make the baby even weaker. Let me go buy some leaves. Boil it in hot water and give the baby a bath, and she will be fine.
What? What's the point of doing that? Leaves? What leaves? Stop believing in folk remedies, please. These are superstitions that can harm babies. There is no scientific evidence to prove that boiling leaves in hot water for a baby's bath when they're sick will cure the illness.
If you don't know anything, just be quiet and let me explain. When Eric was a baby, I bathed him in water infused with heated leaves, and he didn't get sick anymore. Look at him now. He's a healthy adult, isn't he?
You can't use that method on my child. That approach is very outdated. It's been a long time since her days.
Are you arguing with me? Young adults these days don't know how to properly take care of their children.
Times have changed significantly. Technology, science, and medicine have advanced, providing medicines to respond to and prevent harmful agents. These medications are used to enhance health and protect children.
I don't need to know about all these medicines. You read a few things online, and then you keep giving children all sorts of medications and vaccinations. You're weakening their inherent resistance. That's harming them, not curing them.
I agree that overuse of medication is not good, but I disagree with unproven folk remedies. It's very risky for my child to use those methods. And now, if you don't mind, I'm taking my baby to the hospital to get proper medical care. Goodbye.
Even after I said all that, you still took her to the hospital. You're weakening your child's health. Chloe!
Susan! What did you do?
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Yesterday, I left Rena at her house for a while. What did you feed her while I was gone?
I saw that the baby was too skinny, so I gave her some baby food. Maybe your breast milk isn't sufficient or nutritious enough, and that's why the baby looks malnourished. Poor little one.
How many times have I told you? If you don't know, don't take action. Rena is only 4 months old. She can't eat solid food yet. Premature weaning can harm a baby's digestive system.
You're exaggerating. A few spoonfuls won't hurt her. My grandchild is skinny because of you. Your milk isn't nutritious enough.
No harm? She had to be hospitalized because of digestive problems. Even if you mean well, you should find out the correct way.
I didn't know it would cause digestive issues. I just wanted to help my niece.
You've harmed her. I've forgiven you so many times, but I can't take it anymore. You're interfering too much in raising my children.
What? Who took care of you during your pregnancy and after you gave birth? It was me, you ungrateful child.
You call that taking care of me? Forcing me and keeping me captive?
Isn't it because I cared about your health and your child's health?
You worried me by preventing me from going out when I was pregnant, causing me to feel suffocated and stressed, which led to fatigue. You also forced me to take various supplements, including medicine from some quack doctor.
He is famous. All of my friends know about him.
How can you still trust that scum artist? It's clear that he lied to you. He was arrested for fraud and it was reported on the news.
What? That can't be. He has a very good reputation.
It's not his reputation, it's your blind trust in that scum artist. I've told you repeatedly that I won't accept it and you still force me to do what you wanted. Haven't you pressured me enough? Why are you now pressuring my husband as well? What's wrong with you?
I can't get through to you, so I had to use stronger measures.
Of course, I had to resist you. I can't agree with your superstitious beliefs.
What superstition? These are the methods used in the past, and people grew up healthy using them.
I'm tired of arguing with you. I've told you that you can't apply those methods to my children. If you want to use them, give birth to your own child and apply them to them. This is my child, not yours.
So disrespectful. How dare you say that to me?
I will respect you if you act honorably. However, I know that you used every trick in the book to force me to do what you wanted.
What? What nonsense are you talking about? What trick?
To make me drink that quack doctor's medicine, you mixed it with orange juice and made me drink it. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it until I had consumed a half bottle of medicine. Each time I drank it, the orange juice tasted strange, but you told me it was because my taste buds had changed during pregnancy. You said it was normal and made me finish the entire glass of orange juice. I almost had a miscarriage.
No way! You're exaggerating. How could you almost have a miscarriage with that?
I'm telling the truth.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because I was afraid you'd come up with more methods that would make me lose this child forever.
What are you saying? I'm worried about my niece. It's because you're so weak that you can't take the supplements.
Now you say it's my fault?
Clearly, if you're healthier, it won't affect the child.
But the one who makes my body weak is you. You forced and constrained me in ways you thought were right. Even poisoned me.
Poisoned? You are exaggerating, making a big deal out of nothing.
Poisoning is poisoning. I still have the medicine bottle and the medical examination paper, so don't deny it anymore.
That's not it. I'm just worried about you.
You're really thick-skinned. Worry about me but harm me. You even harmed my daughter to force me to listen to you.
I would never do that. Don't talk nonsense. Maybe I accidentally did something because I didn't know, but it wasn't intentional.
You know exactly what you did. You won't spare a 4-month-old child either.
What are you talking about? I said I wouldn't do anything.
You gave my child honey, right?
Not at all. That time, she accidentally swiped a bowl of honey. You know, babies around 4 months old sometimes put things in their mouths to explore. She put her hand in the bowl of honey and put it in her mouth to suck.
So you know. Yet you're still callous to it. Why is the bowl of honey there?
At the time, I was planning to mix it with lemon and honey and drink it. I took the honey and was about to mix it, but the baby cried and I ran out to comfort her, then forgot the bowl of honey beside her. After I went back to squeeze the lemon, an unfortunate incident happened. I know honey is harmful to children under 12 months old. It was an accident.
The baby was constipated and fell into a coma. We had to take her to the emergency room.
A little honey can't cause enough harm to cause a coma.
At first, I thought it was just unfortunate, but I didn't expect it was you.
Do you still blame me? It was all an accident.
Accident? You left the bowl of honey there on purpose. You intentionally poisoned my child because I didn't drink fresh turmeric water mixed with baby urine. Cruel things, no humanity.
I did not. Do not slander me. Besides, children's urine is good for the body. Turmeric is good for women's health after giving birth. I want to help you avoid postpartum malnutrition.
You're crazy. That urine is just waste. It's not good at all. You are truly unscrupulous to the point of harming me and my child.
You always say baseless things.
I heard you mumbling to yourself on hospital emergency stairs the day my baby got poisoned with honey. You said, with all that honey, She just goes into a coma? If I had known, I would have added more honey. Still want to deny it? You cruel woman!
No way! How did you... Wait. You are lying to me. You lied. I didn't say that.
Look at you hesitating. A lie has no legs.
You have no proof. Don't slander me.
Want proof? I have recorded the part where you talk about your barbaric behavior.
Not true. You're definitely lying.
You don't need to deny it anymore. My husband also knew about this, and we have decided to make you pay for that action.
What are you guys going to do to me?
With this barbaric and inhumane crime, we can completely sue and put you in prison.
What? Go to jail? Isn't that a bit too much? I didn't do it on purpose. It's just that you're so stubborn that you don't listen to me. I have dignity too. I just wanted to scare you a little. I didn't mean to put her in a coma. Please believe me.
Do you know how much pain Rena was in? How much more pain will she have when she knows that her grandmother poisons her?
I'm sorry, Rena. I'm so sorry. It's all because I'm too stubborn and obsessed with incomprehension, so I've caused unforgivable things.
It's too late for that.
I know I was wrong. I'm sorry too. Please don't send me to jail.
My husband and I discussed it. After all, you are his mother. I don't want him to be a dilemma, so he won't send you to jail anymore. But believe me, I really want to.
Thank you so much for forgiving me.
No, I won't forgive you for what you did. In the end, we have decided we will never let you meet Rena again. She doesn't need a grandmother like that.
What? Never. That's so cruel. She is my grandchild.
You know she's your grandchild, but you still harm her? Rena doesn't need such a cruel grandmother. I warn you to stay away from her. I have evidence to sue you.
Are you threatening me? Fine, it's okay if I don't see her again.
You should be. And don't contact me anymore. If you have anything, please tell my husband instead. I don't want to talk to someone like you anymore. Goodbye.
Wait, Chloe, I can change. Give me a chance, please.
After cutting off contact with Susan, I took care of Rena according to the doctor's instructions. She is now 1 year old and completely healthy. We are preparing for Rena's 1 year birthday party and everything is going smoothly. Our family is very happy. As for Susan, she tried to apologize many times, but I really cannot forgive the person who harmed my child. Maybe in the future, I might change my mind. However, right now, I don't want to have anything to do with that cruel woman anymore. Even my child, I don't want her to be in any danger. Currently, Susan is living alone in a large house. Eric still visits occasionally, but she still has to live alone. That's the price she has to pay for her cruel actions. The outcomes are a direct result of the choices you make.